Okay guys, let's add a player controller component here. Okay, now let's first of all, this is our character. As you see from the first lesson, we had our idle animation all set up here. Now we want to control this character, so it goes, moves left, right, back and forth, and that kind of thing. Okay, so I will first of all create a 3D object, and I will select capsule here, and I will bring it up almost roughly like close to our character, and I will bring it like here. So let's say if I say like position, copy component, and then come here and paste component value. You see this is like down. I'm gonna take it up, so it's right where her feet almost like, how can I say, finishes. So this will be our like a collider for our character. But okay, I'm gonna untick the mesh renderer, and I will, what can I say, the radius I will like make it a bit narrowish, so it doesn't like touch with the enemies right away. We make it a little bit easy on our character, and I will call this, press enter, I call this player. All right, so I will the character is looking this way, all right, on the z-axis, so same as our, how can I say, character as well. Okay, so I will replace this under the player. I will also, okay, I will leave the lights on right now. I added like these two lights so our character is fully visible while we are working on it. And I will add an FSM on my character. Okay, now we will start working with Playmaker. And now we can like start creating some, how can I say, FSMs or finite state machines. So this state one, I will call this movement. Okay, here we go. And also the name of the FSM, I will say character movement. Okay, I will go a bit slow. So if I used to press play, the character will go all the way down. All right, let's see if it's like that. Okay, she is not, but she is standing in the air. Okay, we don't want her. We don't want that. I mean, she has a collider, but she is like airborne right now, which we don't want because this is a platform game. So I'm gonna get rid of this mesh renderer right now, and I will add a rigid body. Okay, what is rigid body? Rigid body is basically a dynamics. So if I press play, now it will fall down to floor. Okay, you see. Now she is on the floor, and actually it is using this the capsule, the player capsule collider, to stay on the floor. If I were to take it up, she will still fall down. Okay, so it doesn't matter, you can like work this on real time. All right, and now we will make her like move. Okay, so I will go to state. We need to do a few things. Okay, first of all, we want her to move like in these like x and z axes. All right, so she needs to go right, left, then forward and backwards. So let me show you something important here. If you go to project settings, and if you go to input, and you see here under the axis you have the horizontal and you have the vertical. Okay, so which means this is like on the arrows. Okay, navigate button, it says like left and right. Also alternative negative buttons A and D, and this is like down, up. These are the arrow keys, and W, S. Okay, so these are the same keys that you actually use when you're playing like a hardcore game or FSM FPS games. Okay, so you use WASD and you press other keys to shoot or whatever. Okay, so we will get these. So I will copy this. Okay, this name. These names are important. Okay, I will come here. I will go under my actions. I will say get access. Okay, not the vector. This is another way, but I want to make it so it works on mobile too. I will say get access. I will paste it right here. Okay, and I will store it in a new variable called x-axis main. All right, x-axis game. I don't know why I did that. I will copy this and paste it here, and another axis we need is vertical. All right, I will copy this then copy it right here. Okay, now if I let me say input, now check this out. Okay, I'm pressing play. I will now use up and down keys, right and left keys, and check the values here. Okay, now sorry guys, this one sorry, I need to use the WASD. Okay, you see these numbers, they are changing. All right. Okay, the reason I did it wrong is because I had to create another variable for this one. I say new variable and z-axis game. Okay, now this should be, oh my god, I did it wrong. X-axis game. Let's get rid of this. Okay, no, don't get rid of this. Sorry guys, I did it all complicated. I'm gonna start from again. I'm gonna say new variable and I'm gonna say z-axis game. Okay guys, now this should be okay. Now vertical, horizontal, we have like two variables set up. Variables is basically like numbers you use to set things up in the game. Now we are using a float. So let's see. So if I press like up, you see now this is like, okay, you need to click on the game area to make the game work. So up 1, down -1, now right 1, left -1. Same you can do with the arrow keys. Okay guys, all right, now it's getting the values. Now we need to make her walk. For that we need to set the velocity. Okay, basically we will add velocity to her, and we will say x-axis to the x and z-axis to the z, and we say every frame, and make sure this is checked well guys. Okay, and now if I press play, now if I press WASD keys, she moves. Oh my god, she fell down. All right, the reason for that is because we have our rigid body here. Okay, check this out guys, because she is trying to rotate rightwards like that. We don't want that. We want to limit the rotation. Okay, this is constraints. And also we don't want her to rotate like forward this way as well. Okay, so she should be working, I mean not working, sorry about that, walking finally. Right, okay, more forward, backwards, right, and left. Okay, now because we have like 1 here, if I were to make this like 3, you see changes will be lost when you stop playing. So this will be reset to 1 when I press stop, but you can still check how things are working. You see now she is much faster. All right, now she is working. All right, this is cool. So I will make these axis 3, so they stay there forever. Okay, and so this is cool. So if, okay, something here about this constraint. Like if you don't want your character, if you didn't want your character to move like on the z-axis, and if you just want to make a platformer going right, okay, all you have to do is like constrain this z-axis, guys. So you press Z, so she never goes up and down, she only goes right. Okay, so you have a game like a limbo or like inside. So you're always going on the right and left axis, just like a platformer. All right, not like a platformer, but it's a platformer. Anyway, now everything seems to be working fine, only she is not looking where she is going at. All right, now we need to use a smooth look at direction thing, but before we need to set vector x3y. We need to create a vector for that. Okay, and we will say a new variable. We will say vector 3 game, and we will also add to this x and z axis. All right, here, and we say every frame. Okay, and now we will choose smooth look at direction. Now this should do the trick. We will use the vector 3 we created here, right here, and now let's see if our character is walking You see, now she's turning to where she's going. Yeah, that's cool, guys. That's cool. That's cool. You see, now we have a fully working character. All right, now this is cool. And in the next class, we will have a look at how we can add some running animations to her. Okay, so see you in the next class. Sorry for my voice. That's my throat. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye for now.